Hi guys. So I came back on to do my reading for witches, for the collective, for practitioners and people of the spiritual and tarot community. Um so the decks that I've got is Earth Magic Oracle by Stephen Dean Farmer. Um then I have Believe in Yourself Oracle by Amanda Lovelace. And then Miss Kulala gave me the Psychic Tarot Oracle. So, and then I have the Apocalypsis Tarot that I just got. So, I have gonna use that one. Then I'm going to use, and I haven't used this, Tarot of the Spirit by Paula and Joyce Eakins, I think it is. I'm having a hard time reading that with the background. And then Lindy Willow Night Owl gave me the Cozy Witch Tarot. So that's another one I'm going to use. And then of course I've got my story time cards. And then here's the box that goes with it. I got it because I like the art in it. And it comes with a guidebook. The Easy Tarot. So yeah, I got this for like $4. I like the art in it. And then I have the Yolanda Witch Tarot, which I got for Mother's Day. So let's get down to it. Okay, so we have Bitchfire, Stand Up for Yourself. And then we have Childhood Innocence. And then Temptation. So I'm gonna try this again. Try reading these aloud. Um, since I can kind of focus my eyes now. I'm good. And then I've got the intuitive portion of it. Crap, you're reading it and then you realize you didn't even have your video. Oh, I'm telling you, because I can't hold the book and read with two hands. So anyway, Bitchfire, stand up for yourself. There's no better way to say it. Someone in your life is trying to burn you at the stake. Maybe you didn't give them something they wanted, or you didn't let them get away with their bad behavior. Either way, they're trying to ruin your reputation. Oh, sounds familiar. Rest assured, your reputation will stay intact. Silence can be effective, but this is not that kind of situation. Get loud and let them have a taste of your bitch fire. And childhood innocence. The light from the heaven falls upon the children through the rays of the sun that illuminates their presence like a spotlight. The little girl reaches out to these bright hues, beams, and these elements together portray a I can't speak. Idyllic childhood activity for many of us who have the privilege of exploring about that. I gripe about the neighbor kids and mine's being loud. um Natural world. The blanket of this is just like explaining the card. Um the wisdom and faith we're uh accused wait. The wisdom and faith we're accrued from our life. ACC, I never heard of that word. Accrued. um, from our life experiences, our keys to recapturing that state of innocence. The light that will guide us through any dark passage in the light of spirit from within. The contacts us will source with from source. Finding our innocence once again will become aware it was never lost, just forgotten. Let's see. Innocence is not simply the lack of guilt or shame, but a quality in itself. On that, you're naturally. Oh, my eyes went out of focus. Naturally possess with when you first come into existence. There are challenges you have faced through the life that has further shaped your personality and character. You have also likely encountered moments following a disappointment or loss where you turned sour or critical or cynical, and no doubt have had time where your layers of anger and fear blocked life flow from your vulnerability. In your spirit of all this, in spite of all this, there is one of innocence that you can reawaken. By releasing any shame that has covered over the truth of who you are. Take any opportunity to heal this. Okay. So, that's that. My eyes are going out of focus. I don't know what the deal is with that. I think that italic print screws me up. Okay, temptation. Through this card, addiction and self limiting behavior and being addressed. This is a time where you or someone else in your life may be placing too much emphasis on the material physical world and its pleasures. Even though we're all born connected, it is the divine source. We have a tendency to pull away from what was once natural. Um, when we become disconnected from spirit, the source that once nourished us is often replaced with a different supply of substitute. In other words, the connection is there forgotten. With food, alcohol, um, nicotine. Oh God, yeah, you. um, Codependency to someone or even work. Hence the term workaholic. Many of us spend our lives trying to fill the void that we created when the link to the divine was broken. The temptation card is calling you to take a hard look at life and ask yourself, where is my life and I'm suffering from addictive behavior? Is this is the negative thinking or behavior that's causing my life force to sleep out my soul, to seep out my soul? Um, oh my God, I'm trying to be loud because they're in the background. Jeez, I gripe about the neighbor kids. The people and relationships in my life giving me energy, or are they draining me? Learn to embrace your fears. Um, your doubts, so that every situation in your life becomes a learning experience. Um, Gaining the knowledge of the physical world teaches teaches us will help you transcend the higher spiritual awareness. Okay. So, what I'm getting from this intuitively is that um, there's like there's a lot of negativity, um, negative thinking, because you're dealing with a toxic person, and then you're over here with temptation, with addictive personalities. So, um, what I got from these was, yeah, my desk is a mess. I'm sorry. um, Watch your back. Listen to your guides. Um, get rid of toxic people that weigh you down. So bulk back to go back to the things that like bring you joy, the exploration, which would also be a positive. Um, um, and taking in like new opportunities, of course, doing shadow work, um, and working more on spirit voices, the addictive personalities, um, those things that are not healthy for you, whether it be spiritual or physical. Okay, gonna apologize if the dog um, gets in the way, because he does that, but he's so busy. So he might start barking, because the kids downstairs are now acting crazy. Anyway, so, with the cards, I've got, with Apocalypsis, uh, Five of Swords, then we have Nine of Wands, with the Tarot of Spirit, two of them pop out. The Magnus, I suppose that's supposed to mean the Magician. The High Priestess, and then we have, cannot, seven, yeah, Seven of Pentacles, don't want to focus, the Fool, and then, King of Wands, and then with the storytelling cards, I've got like an Autumn. So, okay, so, phew, somebody's going through some stuff, and it's coming through loud and clear today. So with this, it's about embracing your inner badass. Um, and that's what this is telling me. Embrace your inner badass. Okay? And whether you need to not be afraid, whether this battle is physical, spiritual, whatever, emotional, whatever this thing, you need to be not to be afraid to basically kick ass and take no prisoners. Because these guys are just like, yeah, they took the swords and they're like, and what's up with that? Now what? You need to have that kind of mentality about whatever the situation is. With Nine of Wands, with this, whatever you're going through with this thing, yeah, you're going through it, but you need to take some time and kind of sit down and rest for what's coming. But with this, and it's crazy because I've got another card with the same symbol on here. Send up a signal if you need help. So whatever you're going through, send up something, ask for help, with whatever it is. Um, and kind of be aware of your surroundings, because down here, this kind of gives me the whole thing with what looks like poison ivy to me. Um, and it looks like a beetle or something. So, when you're making sure that when you take that time that you're in a safe place. Um, whatever you're dealing with or whatever, you've got all the tools that you need. Some people may need to learn how to use them, but you've already got everything that you need right there at your disposal, and you need to kind of figure out and strategize on putting everything together, for whatever it is that you're needing to do. Um, um, somebody is really needing to, somebody who's working with like a female deity, you need to reconnect with your magic. Um, and yeah, you really need to reconnect with your magic, and whatever books or shadows or grimoires or whatever at your disposal, you need to go back and reread that. Um, Basically going back to basics. I'm kind of getting like a feeling with that lately, with a lot of us having to basically go back to basics. But you really need to go back to basics. Um, and you really might think about kind of, kind of basically like pulling yourself away and kind of going in the shadows and going back to basics. Because someone's been, either they're new to magic or they've been neglecting their magic. I know this is meant for me. Um, but there's no nurturing, and that needs to be nurtured, um, because it'll really grow. So whether you're not nourishing yourself spiritually or nurturing yourself spiritually, um, you need to be doing that so that things will grow. You'll grow spiritually, and reconnecting with your magic. Um, Again, because this just seems to be the theme. Um, you need to go and start over and look at things from a different perspective. Um, Starting over is never easy, but sometimes it needs to be done. And you need to be, again, being very observant at what's around you. Because, you've got people that want a piece of you for some reason. Because that he's just off in his own world, and the crocodile's waiting on him, the tiger's waiting on him. I don't know. Well, the butterfly, that's got a lot to do with like granting a wish that you had. Um, and then the centipede, or not the centipede, the grasshopper. I know there's got to be some spiritualism with the grasshopper. At first I thought it was a praying mantis, but um and then the crocodile, that's got a lot to do. I know Hecate works with like the snakes and serpents and stuff. um I'm pretty sure there's some stuff with the Egyptian pantheon, um that if you're into that, you might want to look into that spiritualism with the crocodile. And something to do with scrying. That's a big thing. Again, with sending up signals if you're needing help, and watching your back, and being aware, because this is giving me like the Trojan horse vibes. Again, and kind of going back to like the old times and the old ways. But you need to be watching out for this whole Trojan horse effect. And down here, there's something with the piano, so maybe something to do with music. With this, you need to take time to basically chill out, relax, go outside, touch some, enjoy all of the fall colors that are coming up, and maintaining your inner peace because, nothing's worth the cost of your inner peace. Also, this also would have to do with leaving a toxic situation too. And taking that time to just all the beautiful fall colors that are coming up here soon. And taking advantage of the dark half of the year, because the dark half of the year is starting to maybe look at some shadow work. That would probably be something else that you needed to do. So, anyway, that was my reading for the collective this week. I might do another one in a couple days just so I get back on track, but I wanted that Apocalypsis tarot, and I hear the kids coming. So, and here goes the dog. Hey. So, here he goes. So, guys, peace, love, and light, and we'll see you in the next video.